So this is my another lessons on being a good critic. Jake's good critics into good critical. I think part 8, I think. Now let's talk about color grading again. So now the benefits, the color grading being invented, like because there are Shazam, Aquaman, and the Harley Quinn show that's streaming on DC Universe that doesn't only uses the color grading to enhance the color rather than decrease it. So if color grading was used more like that, then I would be happy that color grading is around, because the more color, the merrier. I say, as long as it can look natural, but also look brighter than natural. Like, make it look natural, but make it look better than natural. Like Harley Quinn show and Shazam and Aquaman. That's my thoughts, okay? So remember, I said story doesn't have to always make 100% sense, but emotionally has to. There's also another thing you should be using: the who, why, where, how. Where as in where are they? The who as in who are they? And what makes them them, besides their names. The why as in why did he want to do this, or why you choose to choose this, blah blah blah. And the how as in how it all comes together. All three of these methods, how do they all come together? With the how is basically how do these things all go together, or how's the movie come together, or both. How does these characters, how does this come together? And with the movie or the show or whatever you're watching, how do these all come things? All three of them must come together. We know that, but also shows how these all come together. How these all elements come together. If one or all four fail, and none of them have any of them, then that's how you know you're watching a bad movie. If one's missing them, and or all four missing them, then that's a bad movie. The Michael Bay films always know how to include this. It's not as focused on as it should be as in other films, like say Frozen 2. Can't say Frozen 1 because it's missing the who, the why, the where, and how. Like, for example, why does the sisters care about each other? And who are they as a person? We know what they like as children, but what they like as adults. Besides Anna, we need to know who Elsa is as an adult. Is she about the same, or has she changed over the years? We don't know. Who, why, where, how. And how does this all wrapped around? How do these things that the main focus was the sister relationship help forward the plot when they don't focus on it? So the who, why, where, how shouldn't the who, why, where, how should be the characters, not the plot. The plot doesn't. Look, I thought Memento was a good movie, but the plot didn't really make sense because it's having the film going backwards. But it doesn't make sense because it's hard to follow because the plot going backwards or the plot's going forward and backwards or I don't know, all over the place. My point is, doesn't know it doesn't matter how the plot's presented to you. What it matters is how the characters are presented to you. The who, why, where, how. You got that? Okay, now I'm going to talk about the rating system and why it doesn't matter. Well, when you look at it and why you think, and you're going to think I'm crazy. No, I'm going not to scratch it. I'm going to talk about something else first. Then I'm going to talk about the other thing. Okay? See, the reason why I say that nothing's original, because we have done so much crap in cinemas in every country. Very rarely that this is going to be something original. And the reason why I say just because something is original doesn't make it good. And just because something's the reason why I say that because just because something's original doesn't make it good. The reason why I say that because not all of them have the who, why, where, how. In fact, often lack the who, why, where, how for the characters. And the reason why I say just because something's mediocrity, and the reason why I say mediocrity good, and because the formula, as well something that's formulaic, has a formula to it. Mediocrity is going to be something that has a formula, and the formula. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's what makes it, because what makes it will stand out is the characters, the who, why, where, how. If it doesn't have those things, the who, why, where, how, then you can hate on it. And fair enough. Same goes for, so either way, the way I look at it when I see a film for the first time, my expectation is always to 50-50. Because it's best to have a 50-50 expectation no matter what film you see. If it's a film you've never seen before. Because, that way you just don't get so broken-hearted and crushed. That's another tip I'm giving you, Miss Coin. All of these are tips, okay? Now, talking about the rating system, why it's not important. And why it's not effective. And I know how Gumball says, the point is not to get rid of the rating system, but to increase it. That literally means you would have to take every film of all time and increase change the rating system, and in every single film that's ever been made. It's like, does he not know how many decades that could take? He doesn't think of these things, I guess. Anyway, that kind of really pissed me off because that triggered my PTSD. When he says that, and you say the same thing, shut your mouth, Miss Cormier. So I'm a little so worked up of what he said last time. Especially because saying he wouldn't know. Because saying he didn't listen to his two daughters, and that's why he lost his family. And his wife. Yet, I can't put together why the not divorce. yet if they don't hang around or live together anymore. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm trying to make sense of all of this. So, anyway, why does the rating system not matter? Well, let's look at it like this. Let's say the rating system all several cups of coffee, and each one of them have a rating on them, and telling you this coffee is this coffee, and that coffee is that coffee, and all the time, and the person's going to say what all of the coffees are. Like today, one has milk and sugar, one says milk, one says cream, one's cream and sugar. And they get them mixed up, and no one notices the difference. And yet they have a rating. They have rating on it, so what the rating is. If the content, you don't know what the actual content of the coffee or the movie, you don't notice any difference of the taste and or what you're watching, and then the rating system doesn't matter in that case. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, I wouldn't let my child watch the Analyst Batman show because I wouldn't want her to watch, I don't know, the Analyst Batman show because it has adult humor. Or if you're someone like that says, I wouldn't want to watch my child watch Paprika because it's violent. Then, well, when you really think about it, everything has some sort of adult humor. And every rating system, everything has adult humor and violence. So it really depends on... What does it depend on? And the more I think, it's kind of hard to defend the rating system. The more I think it's kind of hard to defend the rating system because it's, well, as useless as Donald Trump as president. If not, maybe more. Useless as in meaningless, pointless, stupid. Pointless. The rating system. Yes. Let me think, is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Bye.